Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sirs and ma'ams, dudes and dames, officially welcome to today's stream regarding the big Season 11 rework. We're going to start in 3 hours with the blog post. Riker's going to talk to the developers and we're going to get to know some things. It's going to be about Renown, health, and other shenanigans. So that's going to be very interesting. You sound like from a bucket. Well, I mean, I just have a weird voice, sir. That's about it. No. And while we wait for the blog post to come, for the update to happen, we're gonna level Barbarian, because why wouldn't we? Howdy, Chris. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for coming today. Put that one on as well. Okay, what do we have? We have a lunging strike. Yes. Lunging strike together with berserking on the critical strikes. We're going to use the other basic skill as well. We're not going to use anything else. We're going to go for ground stomp and the shout. That's for now going to be in. Are you ill? No, I am not ill. I am just using the new Darth Vader filter. Right? Howdy, Dime. Good to see you there. I couldn't be better. It's just literally this, okay? You do not need to worry on my behalf. I am healthy as they come. We're trying to get the dual wield out fast, so you're gonna do dum. Buggers are gonna worry about you, and that's kind, Elderog, but don't you worry. I am fantastic. Does the update come out today? No, the news about the update comes out today, my friend. The update is still, like, potentially at the end of October, we might see the PDR, and then somewhere in November, December, the update will come. So this is literally, like, finally getting the news, getting to know more, getting to try out the first things, and like, yeah, figuring out stuff. So that's going to be plenty intriguing in my eyes. Steven, thanks for giving Robert a subscription. I know he'll like it. We got the berserking. No, Barb already feels so much weaker than the other classes. I wonder where that's going to go. Oh, we'll totally be using the runes. We get them already set up, right? Jersey, good to see you there, partner. Also, Monkey Lover, thank you for the 4 months of Prime subscription. Rami, pleasure, appreciate it too. So, we have our shouts powers. We're going to use... Accelerating Chaos and Erupting Chaos for now. Right? I mean, which else? There's the basic skill one, this one here, where casting a basic skill also uses another equipped basic skill at the target. So that makes sense. That's going to have you lunging strike at the opponent, right? I forget to inspect the reputation board. I am so bad at the game. In 3 hours, they're changing things in Diablo. No, in 3 hours, we get all the information. All the information. So we'll know what is this Season 11 theme, what will come with Season 11 regarding Masterworking, Renown, health, defense, and whatever else they get coming, right? And that should have all of you excited because, holy hell. I mean, come on now. It's gonna be one hell of a mayor shebang going on. I get some hopes, I get some wishes. So we can only wait and see if those hopes and wishes turn out the right way. But right now we're just one hit killing everything. Beautiful. I forget to activate my pen. True. Yep, sorry for that. We need the shouts have more skill effect duration. Ryan, how is expertise so early unlocked? Maybe new class? No, new class is not coming before the expansion. They are not going to get your new class for free, sir. You will have to pay for the new classes. There's literally like they would be doing the biggest mistake ever to make that for free. As much as I would like to have it for free. What build are you gonna try for Barb? Probably the automatic Dust Devil Warcry shenanigans that we get going on. Because Barb is not a pit pushing character this season. So the only reason to play Barb would most likely be for some shenanigans regarding like auto farms and that kind of stuff. Because that's interesting, right? That sounds kind of cool. Definitely not like what is the best pit pushing build on Barb, because Barb is just not for pit pushing, not this season. I say new mythics, we first need old mythics to be reworked. I mean, new mythics are literally useless in the game right now. What are you going to do with new mythics, right? We need the old mythics, a lot of them, to still get like a proper rework, because tons of them are virtually useless. So yeah. I played Battlefield 6 yet. I finished the campaign and I played some of the multiplayer, but not too interested, sir. I'm rather looking forward to Fellowship tonight. There is When Wind Meets coming out. So there's a bunch of intriguing stuff around the corner. That is not Battlefield. You can't get your cooldown low enough to try Spirit Necro yet. For that, you'll need good equipment, Jonathan. For sure. There's a lot of cultists here. Maybe Legion event changes. Well, with the Renown changes, I expect something happening to Legion events and strongholds, because Diablo 4 expressed that they like strongholds, so they think strongholds are a good thing, which I'm fine with. And I would assume that we're most likely going to see something that's going to be changing about like how then strongholds and Legion events and all that stuff interact with Renown. I'm still hoping for Renown actually being something meaningful for leveling, that Renown will give us bonus XP or something. That's what I'm personally hoping for. How's the meta? Pretty varied. You can play tons of different builds. Today we're going to try the final class we haven't done while we're waiting for the big news. Man, we got another 2 hours, 46 minutes. The Colt? No, I don't. Bleed Barb was fun until Torment 2. Yeah, sadly, I don't see Bleed Barb going far and wide. That's why we're going to focus on the basic skill Barb for the time being. Especially with the first chaotic perk is looking very interesting. That's why I'm also not just running away here right now. I'm trying to push my reputation so I can use the first chaotic perk right away. It's a little bit my plan. Because then we get that perk for double basic skill usage, and I think that sounds like quite cool. We're gonna make it to level 10 really quick. I need the Illuminator gloves, and they have enough gear to get Fireball Sword to run, and you're gonna love it. Fireball Sword was so damn brilliant. Holy hell. Boop. Worst part with Barbarian in the beginning, you don't have like enough weapons and everything, right? You're gonna be scrambling around trying to get the basics. Hello? What we need right now is there, we got a helmet. Chat, we got it. So this is the perfect thing because now you're gonna do Moni, 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 and we're getting the earthquakes. That's the only way how I'm willing to play Barbarian. I don't know how you feel about this, Chan, but I feel like Barb is just the most enjoyable using runes while leveling. I do this on not a single other character because I try to do single-handed level runs, but I don't think anyone this season started with Barb, right? What do you think about making chaotic perks into legendary aspects? No. I want chaotic perks to be uniques. I want uniques with the effect of the chaotic perks. I think that would be great. Make them rings, make them amulets, and keep chaos armor in the game, definitely. So I would heavily like to see the chaotic perks continue in some way in the game, as I like to see the chaos armor definitely continue. Those are undeniable ones for me because I think it just makes the game better by far and wide. I'm drinking. Rude bastards. I was trying to drink my spoon, which is still my coffee. I'm getting sick or hitting puberty. The only thing I'm hitting is your mom. But not in the violent way, okay? Legendary.
I infiltrated the...
I love you though, brother. Just like you get the drift. Okay, so I am using a basic skill now with this. And if I cast a basic skill, I use another equipped basic skill. So I'm pretty much doing a lunging strike and a frenzy at the same time. I wonder, is there a second basic? No, sadly, these are not basic, like mobility skills too for double mobility skilled. It's a wild thing to say. It is. It is, Dero. It's also the internet. The internet is full of wild things. Good. Good. So who's excited for the news, chat? I gotta be honest, I'm not even that excited for the tempering and masterworking changes because they're like a given. They're just gonna make it better, different, right? I really want to know what they're doing to Renown. I really want to know what they're doing to defense and player health, right? That's more like, those are the interesting factors for me, right? Sure, they're gonna make tempering and masterworking better. Surprise. But what of the other stuff? The explosions that keep appearing around you are called erupting chaos. They are from a chaotic perk. Maybe we're getting a skill tree rework expansion. A skill tree rework is too mayor for a season. So, no. I don't think we will get a skill tree rework. I don't know, so it might be. But I don't expect a skill tree rework before the expansion. Absolutely not. I mean, they need something big to sell their expansion, right? They need something big to bamboozle you. And a skill tree rework would certainly be something big, right? Where you're like, what the fuck? That's so good, right? Big feature. Even though it would have to do nothing with the expansion. You enjoy Blizzard Sword, but you're excited to try out Fireball. Honestly, Fireball was the hottest shit, I said it, that I've tried in a while. I'm sorry for doing that to you, Chan. For singing last night, no, I just woke up like this. A fairy stole my voice. Which is fine. I mean, I'll just sound like this for the next 2 days. You know? Instead of talking with a with a slowly voice, you just have to talk like this. The only issue is that I cannot put emphasis in my voice with this. No, I cannot put excitement behind it. My wife actually thought I was mad at her yesterday because when my voice is gone, I generally speak relatively monotone, right? And when my voice is gone like this, I speak extremely monotone. And my wife was like, "Why are you mad at me?" I'm not mad at you. I'm just lacking, you know, I'm just lacking emotions. I cannot. I'm sorry. It's just like this, right? Until she finally figured out it's just the voice. We're good, you know. There's no fight. There's no quarrel. We got 1 point here. We're almost at the ultimate to go Call of the Ancients. Let me see where we can probably like slam one more in here, right? Damaging enemies with basic skills. You know what? I'll pull these out. I'm gonna put these 2 in. You think I should go for a difficulty higher, or probably stay at this difficulty? Probably stay, right? What build do you go for Diablo? Probably AFK Dust Devil Farm, yeah. Salvo. Do you think Diablo would benefit for, like a raid type encounter? We have a raid type encounter. It's called the Dark Citadel. Do you not know the Dark Citadel? Wow, what a scrub chat. Get a load of this guy. Doesn't even know about, you know, what the hell? Now there's the Dark Citadel, and it's a failure. So we have a raid style encounter. It's a failure. No one wants to play it. Pavel, that's the problem. You can't solo it. Yeah, I know, Alkesh. I know. I wish we could solo in. I'm totally with you. Do you think D4 has any chance after, let's say, ground rework to be a real competition to PoE2? They are an insane, like, they're not even competing. Like, you know, Diablo 4 and PoE2 are not competing in the same bracket. I still humbly think that Diablo 4 has more players every season than PoE2. But they're not competing in the same bracket for the same audience, right? There's some crossovers, but minimal, I reckon. Diablo competes with COD players. You know, the only thing that competes with COD players is other COD players. No, Battlefield actually competes with COD players nowadays. Even though Battlefield players are trying to turn every COD player away from the game, right? So whenever someone says anything about the game, like, oh, I think Battlefield could do this and this better, the only response you get from your chat is, then go back to Call of Duty, you little shit. Even though you don't play COD, right? No criticism allowed in my America. Sorry. Like, okay. Hello, Miroslav. Good to see you there, sir. I gotta be honest with you, Chan. I still wish I would sound like this always. I don't. I think it would spike my viewer numbers, right? Instant popularity, top 20 streamer on Twitch. So just feed me that whiskey until I sound like this. What do I have to do, Chad? How much do I have to smoke? How much do I have to drink? It's like, honey, this is for the job. I don't want to drink either. It's fine. For Subo, honestly, I still have to get my mercenary. I keep forgetting them. Just record your voice now and use it as AI. I'm living in the yesterday, right? Your stream should turn into ASR like Diablo. I should charge you for listening, right? That's the only way. Did the sauna do this to you? No, the sauna is good, Chris. I gotta say, infrared sauna is working wonders. My leg is still numb. I'm actually going to see the doctor next week to see if my nerve is tear or not. So for the fireball build, should I use my Shroud of False Death? No, Tony. You don't need the Shroud. You don't want the Starless. You actually do play with the chaotic setup. So Shroud and Starless are not making it better. They're actually making it worse. Like, I know this comes as a surprise. You're like, what the fuck, Pony? I don't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, bruh. Better do. It's the opposite of Helium. I'm like pirate software, Chad. Only that this is my real voice without the voice changer. Random Twitch drama. Manganese gas will do this to you. Wait, there is actually a gas that lowers your voice? I was not aware. Where can I buy this said gas? Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Oh, look at me. Look at me. That's probably the funniest part about Barbarian leveling. When you start picking up, like, uniques, you get so many slots, right? You get so many random aspects where everyone is like, oh, yeah, finally I have a two-handed weapon. You're like, oh, I got a two-handed weapon, and here's another one. Oh, and here's a one-handed, and here's another one-handed. Oh, yeah, look at me. I got all the weapons. Yeah, I'm a barbarian. Always a joy. Is the announcement today? Yes, sir. And we're going to get the announcement super soon. So what you're actually getting today is, guys, you're getting the live stream where we're going over the announcement. And on top of the live stream where we're going over the announcement, we are also going to make the video about the announcement today. Because they don't have a long campfire chat anymore. So we're going to get the announcement, we're going to get the blog post, we're going to get the patch notes. And then they still have their campfire chat talk that I'm probably not even going to listen to, right? So I'm just like, you know, I just want the announcement, I just want the blog post, I just want to read and check out the things, and then maybe with one ear listen to what Riker and the devs have to say. But honestly, like the after talk is mostly inconsequential for me. I'm probably gonna take the stream, throw it into an AI later, and be like, summarize this for me and take the interesting points out of it, right? I mean, as much as I enjoy a 2-hour mambo jambo fliffer flaffer, but let's be fair, most of the stuff being said there is inconsequential. There's maybe 10 minutes substantial information in 2 hours jibber jabber. So we're gonna be like, just sum it up, right? Get the quick talking points, TLDR the thing, and get the interesting parts out. Paladin is not coming with season 11. I mean, I don't wanna like ruin your day or anything, but there's no chance that we're gonna see a new class with season 11. This is absolutely impossible. There's like zero. Not like even 1%, right? Do I need Shroud of False Death for Evade Spiritborn? You're okay without, however, Shroud makes it vastly stronger. Spiritborn is not a cheap class to play. Spiritborn wants to have all the fancy pansy shit to really feel good, okay? Just play the best ARPG? Okay, so just for you, a heads up for the next days, weeks to come. We're still doing a PoE 2 Soul Sapphire challenge with a God build. We are actually going to do an Elden Ring run, I think. We might play Lords of the Fallen 2 with the most busted build in existence. I'm planning to revisit No Rest for the Wicked. And the reason we're planning to do all these things is that the next weeks will probably not have much new releases or interesting stuff happening. So we gotta create some interesting stuff instead, right? But I get some plans, I get some cool things on my list to give you cool stuff. Heartseeker, we already did Dance of Knives on Rogue. I don't plan to do a second Rogue build. When is Lords of the Fallen 2 coming? Lords of the Fallen 2 is already out. I mean, unless you mean when is it coming, like when are we doing it? I don't have a date yet when we're planning to do it, okay? Shadowrun. I need to plan how much I want to play in, right? What happened to your voice? This is a new voice changer I'm using. It's called the horse filter because my name is Ponyhoff. Don't make me explain it. Don't make me explain it. Okay. If I have to explain it, you're not welcome. You said no Barb this season? Well, we have a couple of hours, 2:29, until the announcement is made. So we might as well do something in the time being. Come on, chat, a horse filter. It's like when you're sounding horse, but it sounds like horse. And Ponyhoff means pony farm. You made me explain it. I hate all of you. Every single one. God damn it. Tough crowd tonight. Tough crowd. Are you not subscribed? Honestly, moderators, get him out. Adam P. It's him. Officer. It's Adam. Yeah, he's not subscribed. I know. What the fuck? It's like one of these Mr. Beast videos where he walks up to random people and asks them if they're subscribed, and they're like, who the fuck are you? This is a Wendy's, Mr. Beast. Get the fuck out of here. But are you subbed? I'm not subbed. I'm terrible. How can you be so tanky and the monsters do no damage to you? Mainly because it's normal difficulty. Like, I don't see a reason to play hard difficulty on the Barb because it's only gonna make it harder. Barb has to go into physical altercations with the enemy, right? I gotta jump down their throat. I gotta wrangle and strangle them. So I got no opportunity to be like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna just go into a harder difficulty. Nah. So I usually do it at least with Barb in normal. Maybe hard later on. Ryan? Are you gonna try ARG Raiders? I'm not big on extraction shooters. I like the extraction fantasy games, they were cool. However, a lot of the combat was always unbalanced. I don't know if you played Dark and Darker. If it wasn't like feeling so budgety, I think it would have been more interesting to me. So yeah, not super pumped for ARG Raiders. But we might try it out to see if it's shit or not. I mean, worst case scenario, it's shit and we don't like it. Best case scenario is it's actually fun and we like it, right? I mean, what do you have to lose trying out new games, right? I mean, for me, it's obviously part of my job. So buying new games goes on my tax, right? It's business expense. So trying out new games is like the worst case scenario. I find a game I love, right? Best case scenario, I really, really like it. Who knows? For a maximum life bonus? You don't say so, sir. Okay, do we open every chest or is there's still a chest? Let's get in. Sanius, did you change your sonar setting to deep voice? Yes. Just this morning. Almost couldn't record the YouTube video, actually. It's like when you're trying to say welcome, 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 and you can't put any emphasis behind it. Lords of the Fallen, it's the sequel to Lords of the Fallen 2, Shadowin. So they're actually working on some cool stuff with like cool things. I just didn't really like the Lords of the Fallen remake the first time around. They really botched it. So I'm actually willing to revisit it to see if it gets so much better with their updates. Because they brought out a huge update. Same actually as Wukong, by the way. In case you haven't played Wukong yet, guys. Wukong got a 90 gigabyte patch that actually reworks the whole engine and system and makes it better. You're talking with a barbarian tone. Yeah, I ran around naked yesterday all day outside with a like a wet pillow around my neck to prepare for this stream, you know? If he's not like that, I don't want him. Exactly. It's the level of commitment we're looking for here, right? We don't mess around. A 49 seconds shot. Jace, do you want a power level? No, I don't. I like leveling my characters. I enjoy this. I don't hate myself. Because otherwise we're going to be in the endgame already. And then we're going to miss out on all the cool leveling fun. Right? So what do you say, chat? Would you swap with Barbarian to the hard difficulty? I mean, right now it looks like I could probably swap over. What happens in 2 hours, 23 minutes, Lewis? You donate 5 gifted to the chat. Because I'm going to tell you everything amazing about the new season 11 and all the reworks, right? We're going to finally find out how they're going to screw up this system. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to do something idiotic. I'm going to put my hand in the fire. There's at least going to be one completely idiotic thing in this announcement where we're all just going to be like, ah, god damn it, Blizzard. It's not that I don't trust Blizzard, it's just that I trust them. That's the problem, right? Pattern recognition at this point. As season 11 already, didn't season 10 start? This is the 4th week of season 10. We're in week number 4. The PDR is 2 to 3 weeks out. Then we get the PDR already. And then in another... The PDR is going to be 2 weeks, probably. And then after that PDR, it's only 4 more weeks for the next season again. It's really quick. Like, seriously. I'm fantastic. Thank you for all your concerns. I am undergoing very expensive surgery to sound like Barry White. And it's very expensive, and that's why I would like to ask for your Twitch Prime Gaming subscriptions. So I could afford my very expensive voice surgery. Thank you. Blizzard screwed StarCraft 2 with a new patch. StarCraft 2 is still alive. Voice sounds better than your regular one. I know, Lewis. I know. Don't you tell me, sir. I'm fully aware. I'm so slow. He wanted to like explode my butthole. Uncool. Official Mayhem, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Mr. Mayhem. Appreciate your support. The very expensive voice surgery that is completely real and not made up. I put away my helmet. I made a mistake, John. Actually, I didn't. I was wondering, where did my earthquakes go? Okay, level up more. Legion event. No. We're gonna do the PvP bosses. Man, that's very kind of you. We do gender swap surgery, Mr. Bacon. I'm gonna bang out my furry costume. I don't know what kind of furry I am. I'll find something. Yes, a gorilla. Something. For some reason, most furries turn out to be foxes. Or cats. Or whatsoever. No. Boring. Why are you not a armadillo? A gorilla? Or whatever. Lizard man. Boring furries out there. Someone killed the PvP boss? Really? So unlikely. It's a great reputation grind, though. Ah, there he is. I was already confused. You play PoE 2? Yes, sir. Made some of the best seasons this build. Best builds this season. Have you not? How have you not seen them? The amulet one. Get the random shit. Get another sword and another maze. Okay, we got each point of fury generate. No, we're looking for shouts, do dust devils. Okay, that's what we want, chat. Because what you're waiting for is this power here. Deafening chorus. Your shouts are now always active. That's what you want. The mercenary build burned down your PC, as it should, sir. As it should. In shambles. 3 points in there. And we should do the stronghold right away. This stronghold is here just around the corner. Fleeting Horde compass yen. Nope. Got robbed. How many steps for you to sing some Michael Bublé, sir? I cannot sing. Not even with this beautiful given voice. I'd like to make a Stormstrike Druid. I would like that too, sir. Slicer. The problem about Stormstrike is that you, instead of casting while you're walking, have to like do this stutter step cast to maintain the size of your Stormstrike. And that usually leads to a rather disappointing gameplay loop. That's the main reason why not much Stormstriking is going on. Where's the corpse we need to interact with? Not there. Boning. Disappointing. Wait, people don't play girl barbarians? I always play girl barbarians. Why would you play boy barbarians? I need my beautiful girl barb. Come on now. And then we're gonna make her look like this. Yeah, baby, yeah. Beautiful dress-up games. Death by Snoo Snoo, exactly. The only viable death. No worries, Katie. I'm fantastic. By the way, Arsenic, I completely missed your sub. Sorry for that, brother. That was not kind of me. Let's replenish my potion. I only play girl characters. Now I usually play dwarves and gnomes. Because I'm obviously a tall person, so that's why I play dwarves and gnomes. But there are no dwarves and gnomes in Diablo. So I gotta play normal sized people. Disgusting, I know. Absolutely disgusting. Let's finish the Temple of Rod as well. Okay. 2 more hours and 14 minutes. Can we get to 60 in that time, Chan? That's the more interesting question, right? So not only what is happening right in that time, but can we actually get the... Oh, that's a Curious Merle. That's so random. That is so absolutely random to get a Merle there. Have you never played HC, Vertex? We already did hardcore, and we're in the top 20 hardcore druid leaderboard. I think top 10. So what are you talking about, brother? Not only did we do hardcore, we're demon. Absolute hardcore demon. Bullshit, nah, Vertex. Sorry to bring that to you. Which one did I forget? I forget the one down that I never forget. Good. So far, Barb is... Oh, my screen is black. My screen is black. Sorry, Chan. Your screen didn't go black. Mine went black. Yeah, I don't even want to swap to hard difficulty. I just really enjoy the simplicity here. Chest, helmet, necklace, and this level 23, easy peasy. How do we know you're not the more manly evil twin? Would it matter? Mr. Winning? Would it matter? Or would it just be like, so what? If he's the evil twin, he's the evil twin. What are we counting down to, Swedish? The new update news? The big announcement that will hopefully not embarrass Blizzard. There's always a 50-50 chance, right? That you're like, fuck. These idiots. And then we still play Season 11, right? We're playing with people, no sir. We do our leveling solo. Build performance checking. The big thing that will fix everything. Well, Swedish will definitely not see new Endgame. Because it's tempering, reworking, Renown, everything. For some reason, they're like dead focused on improving the journey. Even though the journey is in a good place, right? The getting to 60 is in a good place. The 60 to Torment 4 is in a good place. But for some reason, they have a hardcore fetish to focus on that journey even more. It can't be any worse than Bungie. That's true, Christopher. Christopher, that's true. You are not wrong. They would really have to try to do worse than Bungie lately. I mean, it can definitely not be worse than that Marathon announcement and release. In case you missed what happened to Marathon, it was supposed to be Bungie's cool extraction shooter shenanigans. And there was like some AI placeholder graphics, stolen graphics from creators, and some other shenanigans involved there. Essentially, they had to pull it back and have to rework a lot of things before they actually can even think about releasing it. So to be fair, Blizzard's better than that, for sure. Neri, thank you for the new subscription. Neri, that's very kind, partner. Stop shooting me. I got yogurt in my backpack. Okay, we got Lunging Strike almost leveled up. We're gonna get the Raging Chaos. While you're not healthy, you're berserking your skilled steel fire damage. I mean, that's kind of cool. You just have to be not healthy, right? I can certainly do that. Penitent already? Nah. We do normal. I don't ever see a reason to go harder difficulties. It doesn't actually make you faster. I've tried this out on many characters now. If you actually level from 1 to 60 on normal, you're equal time, maybe 10 minutes slower. If even. And that's a big if even. Oh, wait, I need to make sure. I always forget that. Oh, we could outdo Alcornus. No, that's a waste. That's a waste. That would be a waste. Oh, don't worry, chat. I'm gonna order a big tea from the wife in a bit. Okay, game, could you stop doing this? With this, I mean being shit. Fleeting Hordes Compass. But we're gonna go into a Nightmare Dungeon. Because that Nightmare Dungeon now has a whisper. Does the wife love the voice? No, Katie, my wife thought I'm mad at her. Because I talk very monotone. Extremely monotone. So it's like, thank you, honey, for the food. I really appreciate it. She's like, why are you mad at me? I'm not. Everything is fine. Oh, you really sound mad. No, this is okay. Everything is okay. I'm not mad. She's like, I know you're lying. Yeah, there's just an occurrence yesterday. I wish I was joking. A patch note's already out to read. No, sadly not, sir. We gotta wait a bit longer before we get the deeds. You sound like one of those confidential informants that get their face blurred out in the true crime show. No, they sounded a bit more, like they had a bit like the I don't know, the warbled kind of like as if they're like talking like this, like this, and then another like turns like through like this on top, right? Had this weird quality to their voice. As if they were in a bad 80s TV, which they were, but, you know. Exactly, it was as if your audio on your TV was messed up, but it was just the intended effect. What's the build you're making? Well, right now for leveling, it's just a simple lunging strike together with the other basic skill. Because currently Barb has the chaotic power that allows you to use a basic skill. And when you use a basic skill, it casts another basic skill you have equipped. So you pretty much have basic skillception, and you're hitting your enemies with double basic skills. And that's actually really cool for leveling, because the best leveling that you can do is lunging strike leveling, because you just equip the Moni tag rune, right? And suddenly you're gonna make earthquakes below everyone. But on top of now making earthquakes, right, I also have the frenzy, which just hits the enemies with a frenzy, and that's kind of amazing. And leads to like some fancy fun gameplay. So at least for leveling, right? So I enjoy this. This is kind of fun. I mean, it's using the Moni tech rune kind of cheating, yeah. But I also don't expect anyone to play Barbarian as their first class this season, right? I mean, if you're going to play Barb, you're going to play it as your third class, maybe even fourth. Or like, oh man, I'll have pity with Barb and I'll play it. We all know it's shit. I'm okay with a new season every 2 months. They don't have the content for it. I mean, let's be fair, they don't even have the content for a new season every 3 months, right? Currently, seasons are just reworks with a little bit of season slapped on top of it. However, the chaotic armor is amazing and should stay in the game. Sadly, I don't think it will, but it should. It really should. Oh boy, it should so hard. Does this build need a Zazan rune for the overpower? I don't know what the build will do in the end, sir. This is just leveling right now. I'm, you know, just leveling. You sound like you stuffed a two-handed mace down your throat. Oddly specific, Lady Nemesis. Oddly specific. Not judging. Oh, absolutely, Katie. Come on over. They will make a Kineas cube. Honestly, I would like to see some kind of Kineas cube. I think it would be cool, but it needs to be the Diablo 4 version, right? So I don't want the Herodric cube from Diablo 2. I don't want the one from Diablo 3, right? If we would get some kind of cube of whatever quality, blah, 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 right? They need to make it their own thing, right? They can't just be, oh, by the way, we got the Kineas cube now, and it's the exact same feature, and we're like, oh yeah, that's shit, and we hate you. Right? If they wanted to do some kind of cube, they need to find a way to really do it. Are you sick or spooky October voice? Whatever floats your boat, Gamergrams. You choose. Ryan, choose your poison. Whatever you would like to believe. What about armor sets? I don't know how armor sets should fit. That's the problem. I mean, we got mythics, we got uniques. Right? How are you gonna fit armor sets in? I just don't see it as the problem. I just don't. I wonder what causes the voice to do what you're doing, especially if you aren't sick. Scratchy throat. That's it. It was like last year I had some weird throat infection where I was in extreme pain. And now every year my throat acts up for 1 or 2 days without being ill, right? It's the weirdest thing ever. I have no explanation for it. It just happens. And everyone is like, yay, Pony's got his Darth Vader voice again. We're so happy. And I'm like, why do you hate me? You should always be happy. Okay, that's why I brought so many money and tag runes, so I always have one ready. Allergy season for you. Voice is deep as hell. That sounds like a bonus. It sounds like COVID throat. Yeah, I have no explanation for it. I mean, it's really, it's not ill. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's just what it is, right? I mean, it won't kill me, so we're fine, I guess. It's stress. No, I don't have stress. Wait, that's wrong. I don't perceive stress. I just do things. You got your tonsils removed. Intriguing. Try singing some Barry Wide. Well, only because you get a deeper voice doesn't mean you can suddenly sing, right? You can still not hold a tone, sir. Not like I could hold a tone before, right? Or can't hold one more now. You probably don't get sick enough. No, I don't get sick ever. See, I just get weird voice. But hey, you can literally go through my YouTube and you'll find every year 3 or 4 videos that are recorded with this voice. It's pretty funny. More funny than anything else. Howdy, Angel. Thank you very much. Worth looking into? Nah. I'm not in pain. I don't have issues. I can literally exist with this voice. I'm just gonna try to like incorporate this as a normal state of being. Right? How do we get voice mods? You know, the worst part about voice mods is when you then forget to turn them on. It's like when faceless streamers suddenly show their face. And it's like, wow, you actually look shit, brother. I thought you were hot. Yikes. That's why I'm just showing my face and my Mickey Mouse voice, right? So you're not disappointed in the long run. And I'll just win you over with good humor and jokes. Oh, faster, faster, faster. Come on. You use the numlock keys? Nope. I don't know where the obsession with the numlock keys comes from. I know Romp made a video about it, and suddenly I get asked every single day. I know the Diablo community is small at times, Chan, but literally since that video was made, everyone is like, do you like, have you heard about those numlocks? Brother, what about those numlock keys? Like, no, I just play the game. I click buttons. It's fine. What is the way? Dankeschön. Könnte ich auch noch einen Tee haben, bitte? Curse of Diablo made the video first. Well, that may be as it is. I only saw the video from Rob, and I didn't actually watch it. I just knew, like, this is going to have people ask me questions. You know, if you're like, if you do this for a while, you just know that certain videos have repercussions. I mean, did you see the video about the new farming method, chat? No, you haven't yet? What? There's actually an interesting farming method where you farm in PvP areas. Yes, you heard right. Because the baleful chests in PvP areas have insane loot. However, you have to mark yourself for PvP.
This is it. Let me look.
Now, as interesting as the method is, it's still inefficient by the fact that you have to mark yourself as PvP. Right? Because if now suddenly more people get in there, you know what's going to happen. Right? You farm seasonal reputation. I mean, elites give you seasonal reputation in the PvP zone, so you could. I don't think you could farm Infernal Warp there. I haven't seen any chaos monsters in the PvP zone. Or I'm just blind. That is possible, wholly possible that I'm just blind.
I've got it. I know where Bartok is. He's in an angel.
First things first, John. Change the color scheme. I'm a Blood Angel Space Marine with a red face. Blood Angels are bust. Ooh, that's nice here. You could do bomb bomb and then whippity wop down, but I could also flippity flop here first, so let's do that. Yeah, if it's not giving Infernal Warp, Katie, we don't want it. Not an expert and happy with my druid. What build should I try next? We had super fun with a Fireball Sork, Reap Necromancer, or Bone Spirit Necro. If you want to have something that feels equivalently strong, I would probably... Yeah, Bone Spirit Necro is definitely something I can recommend. It just had a really, really nice strength feeling that you just enjoy. Oh, Ground Stomp makes earthquakes now. Let's fucking go, Chad. I took you for a salamander kind of guy. I don't really have preferences in my chapter, to be fair. When it comes down to the 40k. I like the Blood Angels. They have an interesting story. Also, their Primarch is a tragedy. I like Proto-Rabo. He's also very cool. I like Manus, but he was an idiot, so I'm happy he's dead. I mean, if I would go with someone, end of the day, it would probably be Dorn. So the, what were they called again? The yellow guys. Right? I mean, sorry if you're not into Warhammer at all, chat. Imperial Fists. Sorry. But it's important that you know which chapter you identify with. Come on. That's like when you decide to be friends sorry, friends with someone or not. I see the giant timer. I'm happy you saw the giant timer. Tried to make it as big as possible. Space Wolves and Death Guard. That was good choices. Blog post is released in 50 minutes. Yeah, I mean, the talk is in 2 hours. The blog post should come 1 hour earlier. and we'll definitely be diving into it as soon as it's there. So I got the Diablo Twitter up, chat. We're just waiting to get the news. Is Harry Potter people want to know what house you're in, even if you're not a fan? Yeah, but the difference is that in Harry Potter, if you're in Hufflepuff, you're a weirdo, right? Obviously, people make fun of you. It doesn't matter in which Space Marine chapter you are, you're still a Space Marine. A walking and talking killing machine. Unless you're one of Angren's bunch, or what was he called again? The psycho weirdo, not Magnus. Fulgrim. Was it Fulgrim? Probably. Then you're a weirdo too. A different kind of weirdo though. Do you think we will ever see the angel race? Yes. Elkish. I mean, you have on the Heir of Perdition 666% damage to demons and angels. So yes, angels will come at some point. Undeniable. I mean, Anarius is dead, guys. Mephisto is loose. Technically, the angels could get interested again. Not for the sake of saving Sanctuary. Just for the sake of some, like, heavy demon on angel action, right? I mean, it's not like that the angels ever want to save Sanctuary. They just want to have some little bang bang action down here, right? So if they can get their hands on some demon lords, they're like, count me in, brother, right? You play 40k in your spare time. I don't have spare time. I just read 40k. All the books. Very good books. Much wow. My recommendation. I like the universe of despair with a little bit of despair on top. And then even more despair. You know? When you do a new build, do you start a new character, Joel? No, I use the armory. So if I change my necromancer from one build to the other, I use the armory to save the old builds and move over to the new builds. Deal increased damage. No, I'm gonna keep the ground stomp. Let's open some chests, and we need to kill some harbingers technically. Maybe there could be some in-game community event. I mean, didn't we try the Goblin in-game community event and it was a failure? Or did I miss if it was a failure or not? I don't remember, chat. Someone cue me in. I genuinely don't remember if it turned out to be a failure. What happened with your voice? I yelled too much. Now we're here. And only your Prime Gaming subscription can make it better, Dono. Oh my lord, that was a lot of damage. I'm back, I'll do it again. Right now I need the aspect that says my shouts trigger Dust Devils. That would be the best thing that could happen to me. Right? But I don't think we're there yet. Chars have been called Wanderers since D2. Yabba-dabba-doo. Timer is 1 hour late. It starts in 45 minutes. No nitro. We get the blog post before the talk. The talk is at 8 p.m. in 2 hours. But we get the blog post beforehand. And then we don't even need the talk anymore. I mean, let's be fair. As soon as we have the blog post, who cares? about the talk. I might listen to it at least a few minutes, but if it turns out to be useless, just, you know, skip it. And focus on the patch notes. Focus on what's happening. And obviously try to level as fast, as far as we can in the time being. Our boots. Oh, we could kill her instantly, probably. Probably. I hope they announce a collaboration with Tekken 8. Diablo 4 fighting game. Now with even more broken skills. Once my stomp hits and cast that earthquake, everything dies. Actually interesting. I wonder if casting my flurry also casts my it doesn't cast my lunging strikes the way it should, or I expected it to. That's a bit unlucky. What skin color would you like to see the most? They're all overpriced, so I don't really mind skin collabs. Not interested the slightest. I mean, I have all the skins, but that's more because Diablo just gives them to me. Yep, we're better. You stink. Is the game worth it? Yes, sir. It certainly is. Okay, we cleared number 1. Now we're gonna waltz over to number 2. We get ourselves Volcanis as well. We're leveling so easy this time. Should probably kill some dudes, right? Instead of just riding through this, I might as well just murder my way through this. Ryan? Eat the veneration anyways. When they're a Hellboy. Ooh, amulet. For what? For 4 ranks to frenzy. How useless, Chan, but more frenzy's more frenzy, right? I wonder if that even stacks the frenzy stacks. Right? It actually does. It does stack more frenzy stacks when you're casting it. Interesting. I'll be damned. Did the unholy gameplay of the new sword turn you into something unholy? Yeah. I mean, that's a good explanation as any, sir. Hopefully they'll bring something to chase for the end game. 1 to 60, great, but the end game is tedious once you get your build together. Well, it's not that the end game is tedious once you get your build together. It's that there is just anything missing to do. I don't think that the coming season will solve that. We are still very far away from that being solved, sadly. But it's also the hardest part to solve about Diablo, to create a meaningful endgame, a meaningful chase. The problem is that the Diablo devs cannot imagine what could be a chase. That's right now, I think, the biggest issue we're having. They have no, they just can't imagine anything that people would like to chase, right? And therefore we don't have anything. I also don't think leaderboards are the answer. However, it wouldn't hurt to get leaderboards. However, they should make them solo self-found. Right? The only endgame chase is case uniques now. Yes, and it's a good chase. I like it. Sandy, thank you for the 129 centuries of support. Mario, also thank you for the 3 months. Kavir for the 76. Everyone, howdy. Ladies and gentlemen, partners. Did the update come out? No, Badirin. The update is going to get its announcement today. We're going to get all the information on Season 11, what is planned on Season 11 with the rework, because they desperately need us to try out their rework. They desperately need us for the PTR. We will hopefully get the PTR date today. And I like, if everything is perfect, PTR would be next week. I doubt it, sadly. That PTR is going to be next week, right? Do not think it will happen that soon. But I've been wrong before. Right? Countdown to Blizzard Campfire Chat. Well, it's not really a campfire chat anymore. In case you missed it, the campfire chats are nowadays vastly different on how they do them. Leaderboards will bring endgame PvP set armor chase. Cosmetics would be a cool chase too. Well, they tried to create some kind of chase with the gauntlet / leaderboard. That was obviously a complete failure because the gauntlet was shit. As much as I wanted to like the gauntlet, I really couldn't. It felt so bad to play as a Necro. I just wanted to continuously throw up. It would be interesting to see how the gauntlet would do nowadays. I'm honest with you. I kind of like to see how it evolved. How it would deal with the level 60 and with the Torment tiers, right? It would actually be interesting. Boy. We need new mercs to put gear on them. I find the current merc concept to be extremely basic. However, it does the job. It makes us stronger. It gives us some individualizing. And it gives us better loot. So... yeah, it is basic, but it works. Right? Frenzy skills. Ooh. Wait, it says non-frenzy skills gain 36 attack speed. Well, that's super useful for me to slay out. I mean, that amulet is doing us a big favor, right? It's actually really funny for leveling. The combat mechanics on the game are top tier. Funny story, they're actually planning to rework something about the combat. We don't know what that something is, but they're clearly planning to rework something. We'll see about that. So, 30 more minutes, John, then we should be getting the blog post. If they're sticking to their times and didn't screw something up. News already happened, then we would be doing the news, David. So as soon as the news are coming, we stop gaming right away. Instantly. To talk about the news. Hello, Mr. Doomsayer. You know what I'm still missing in the Helltides, guys? That Helltides get progressively more dangerous. So right now, Helltides are not risky, right? Sure, you get invaded after a while. But I would like to see is that after every invasion that happens, the Helltide gets harder for you personally, and then harder, and then harder. So the longer you spend in the Helltide, the more dangerous it is, but the more cinders you get as well. So like a very risk-reward thingy. That's what I would like for Torment 4, right? If I actually manage to stay an hour in the Helltide, I'm gonna end up being swarmed by Hellborn consistently and other shenanigans, right? Mind Cage Potion. I like the Mind Cage Potion. Sadly, we never get them back. So good. Absolutely destroyed her. Genuine question. If you watch and react to another video in your video, is that fair use? I haven't tried it. Well, fair use is relative. So yes, technically I could pull any video out of the internet and I could react to it. And by providing a reaction, it is transformative content, and you could technically do that. However, you're a twat for doing it, right? I mean, most reaction tubers are leeches on the system. They don't bother creating any meaningful, good content anymore, and just consistently react to other people's content. Sure, with their greater audience, they might bring more, eyes on the actual content, and often it has a synergistic good effect. However, I still feel like there are leeches in the system. I'm sorry. I don't have much out for React YouTubers. I don't find it in any way interesting. I find it low effort content. When I can also watch some stuff and be like, these are some very good points made into this video. Let me provide some meaningless commentary on top and shock at Faithus too. I mean, each to their own, right? People like their creators and people love to hear their opinion on topics, right? I mean, there's a reason why React YouTubers work, because they provide an opinion that you can then gather around an echo chamber and be like, you know what, he's right. I think the same way. Wow, we're so alike. Here's a donation. Oh, I'm sorry. I really can't with React content. Never been a fan, won't be a fan. I mean, is it okay to every now and then react to a video because it was a very good video? Sure, probably. It would be fine. But if that's the only content you're creating, you're not creating content. You're just leeching content. Why don't people say what I say more? Uh, like, so the reason why people are not saying this more is because they like their YouTuber, number one. A lot of the React YouTubers are also big YouTubers, so they get away with it, right? And they're often seen as thought leaders, right? Because Asmongold's opinion is extremely important, chat. You definitely need to hear what Asmongold has to say on a certain topic, because it is transformative, it is thought-provoking, it is world-shattering. So yeah, and there's enough people that think this way, so that's why you don't hear it more. I'm not saying though that every React content is bad though. There's actually good React content out there, right? There are good people that do good React content that actually provide meaningful insight, right? So there's obviously slop React content, right? Something like that Sniper Wolf chick is doing. Absolute slop fast React content. Nothing like watch some random TikToks. I watched the top 5 viral TikToks and masturbate to it. You know, some random bullshit. So yeah, that's just like lowest effort, low life content possible. But there is also good React content, you know? Why do you use this voice changer now? I thought it would be funny to use a voice changer. That makes me sound like a horse. Because I'm called Ponyhoff. That's the reason. Are you COVID? No. That would at least explain it, sir. You know? That would at least explain it. Like this is just random. Huh. Yeah, actually swapping for a higher difficulty, I couldn't even do that right now. It would literally not work. Ooh. I need to find another chest. There it is. If we laugh about the horse joke, will you stop doing it? No. In for the dozens, in for the pound thingy kind of manner of speech. You're stuck with me now, Chris. I only have like 2 or 3 opportunities per year to do the joke. So let me do in, you know? That reminds me. Getting warm. Ooh, another ring. What does this one do? I still don't have my shouts do thingies, jiggy-ma-jiggy. Okay, what do I want it to do? I wanted to teleport here. Yabba-dabba-doo. I hope Des figured it out, PvP. No, PvP will not happen in this game. The only reason PvP is in this game is because people whined about having PvP. Okay? There will never be meaningful PvP in Diablo 4. And people are also not looking for it. There's maybe like 0.001% of the community looking for PvP. And that is by far not enough to warrant any kind of PvP. I mean, it's literally only in because people wanted some kind, right? It's not even in because the dev thought it was a good idea, because it was clearly not. Like, we all know that PvP is questionable at best. PvP is hilarious. The biggest problem with PvP is overpower is capped, crit is not capped, damage over time is OP. I mean, once I was in the PvP zone with a damage over time build, I was actually doing dots, and my enemies had billions of damage overpower builds. Guess who won? Damage over time. Because overpower is capped and doesn't do maximum damage, so some random damage over time necro with barrier will just win. Elderock, thank you for the 9 beautiful months of support. We had a beautiful Twitch baby, sir. We did. So yeah, the PvP was definitely like, here it is. Yay, there's a PvP zone. I think instead of the PvP zone, if we had some kind of arenas, maybe it would have been more interesting. But with the heavy class imbalance, not. Because there is a problem, chat, okay? Druid with Grizzly Rage, permanently unstoppable. Barbarian, permanently unstoppable. Rogue, multiple sources of unstoppable. Sword, multiple sources of unstoppable. Necromancer, Blood Mist. Once you come out of Blood Mist, you're dead. Right? So there's a heavy skewed imbalance towards characters that have or have not unstoppable. Right? And that's a huge problem for PvP if that is not equal. Because if you can just ignore any stun ability from other characters, it just becomes a damage race. Right? And that's so random YOLO. And that alone ruins PvP, right? There's no way to balance things ever. Because the classes are too skewed in that regard. But hey, I'm always happy to be proven wrong, right? Happy for the devs to show me their plans. And if their plans include PvP, more power to you, right? As if I would be mad if that comes true. Where's the sexy voice coming from suddenly? Are you implying I do not have a sexy voice always? Wow. So rude. I hate you. I thought we were friends, but we're enemies, it seems. Okay, I keep checking their Twitter, guys. We don't have the blog post yet. I could potentially check Discord. Checking the creator Discord if we have some news. Okay, nothing yet. Light guards, rings, helms, rings. Level 41 already. Honestly, chat, we've been leveling really fast. I like our tempo right now. Ah, shout skills generate resource. No. I was hoping for something good. One Shattered Spirit aspect, Spy Guy. I finally got mine. I upgraded from 290% to 850. It's been a wild ride, let me tell you that. Okay, I got myself the Raging Chaos. Not worth it yet. We got another 13 minutes more. We should open some more chests. It's worth it. Katie Flashfire is better than Starless. The problem is with Starless is your resource cost reduction, and you might not be able to actually get the 275 essence. So you might actually screw yourself over, right? That's the big problem there. Okay, game crashed. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a black screen chat. Task manager. Diablo. Thank you. We appreciate it. Faster. New update, Rock Killer. Not today. Today is the news about the new update. The news. We're getting Season 11, Renown, Masterworking, Tempering, everything. No COD, no Battlefield. Why would I play these two games, sir, when there are so many other games out there? So many other games. So many other games. Okay, where was I stuck? Travel to the Hidden Overlook. But I wanted to farm some more Helltide. I think I could easily open another like 3-4 chests. For a massive XP gain. See, the voice is actually recovering by talking, by the way. He would say, Pony, don't talk so much. And I'm like, nah, talk more. You just gotta talk through it. It'll get better. Don't you worry. So far, that method has always worked. With a Midnight Killer voice. I thought I'm gonna just switch it up for you, sir. By choice. Okay, one chest, haha. Two chests, haha. You sound like you ate Kermit. I did. But in the naughty way. Air of petition from the Infernal Hordes. That's cheating, sir. I need you to hand in your gamer license right now. The authorities will be shortly with you to take you in. Patrick from SpongeBob. Ow, things are getting wilder by the minute, sir. Wilder by the minute. Then again, I only know German SpongeBob voice. I don't know how the English voice is. So it might be wildly accurate. For all I know. Came out, my wife ignored the tea order chat. No tea for the half. Gotta send another life signal. Victor, I fought for like 10 years. Well, it's now 11 years of full-time streaming. So it's been a while, sir. And it's many more years to come. I mean, so far, still enjoying everything, right? Content creation is as much fun now as in the early days. Been a hot minute. Oh, I mean, the voice is going to be back to normal by tomorrow, probably already. It goes quick. Late stream, well, we got cool things coming, so we got a stream, sir. Good news about the new season. And that needs to be covered. Where are more chests? There are more chests. One more point. Into less damage for my enemies. No, you know what? More damage. Always more damage. What's the timer for? The timer is for the news about the new season. I hear a child. Wenn nicht da mehrere Packungen oben. Das ist eklig. Danke dir, Schatz. Nein, sie wird besser. Proving, not becoming worse. Victor, thank you for your subscription and support, Victor. Thank you for the many years. Look at how many chests I got to open. That's killer. Okay, one more. One more. And 5 minutes left. Sure, no problem. I mean, so far, this was 2 hours of leveling. We're sitting at level 42. So that's been good progress, for sure. Bit slower than the other classes, but I could go for hard if I wanted to. The voice goes pretty nice with Barb, yes. But if I want to record another video today, it might be getting complicated. I mean, obviously the changes have to be brought to in video form as well. And we'll talk live about it, chat. So you're gonna get the first reactions and everything. But then we're gonna have to record the video about the changes as well. Out of my way. Don't kill me. I need this. Okay, give me a chest. The voice changer. It's crazy to me that people's first reaction is a voice changer. Instead of like, he sounds like a horse. I did it again, Chad. Like a horse. What do streamers do nowadays? Ladies and gentlemen, the first reaction is voice changer. What happened? Are all the just chatting streamer kids nowadays using voice changers to sound like they're not 12, by the way? Okay, out of here. By the way, this is my little flask of tea, Chad. Scolding. Just for size comparison, this is my mobile phone. This is my mug of tea. So either I have a tiny mobile phone or a big mug of tea. Or both. So you're actually very tiny, exactly. Want a boost? No, I don't want a boost. Thank you. I am fine with boosting myself. Let's do the final quest. That brings us up to 43. And then we got to do the rest of the strongholds. Some honey tea? Don't worry, I've been indulging in the honey tea today. I got a special tea. It's called the getting cold tea. It's not that I'm having a cold, but it's the having cold tea, and it works wonders every single time. I think Diablo should hire Vampire Survivor devs. I think Diablo should make a Vampire Survivor mode. The mobile game Diablo Immortal had a Vampire Survivor mode. I don't know if you ever played Diablo Immortal. For a time, they had a Vampire Survivor mode. It was the most fun I've had with Diablo Immortal. It was so cool. You spawned in, hordes of monsters, you picked up abilities, you picked up upgrades, more abilities, upgrades, and at the end you got loot. But every run felt different, every run was cool, every run was fun, and you got massive experience for your character to also improve it further. So that was really cool. So yes, I would love a bullet hell mold. It would be fantastic. But then again, I like bullet hell games, so maybe I'm biased because I just like these kind of games. And there's honey in the tea, yes. I mean, I need to record a proper video tomorrow and later. So we need some more. But I can, for a time, I can also talk like this. It is just only for a time. The problem is if I talk like this, first and foremost, it sounds very uncommon. And second and most important, I cannot put emphasis on my voice. I can only talk deeper, but I cannot say things with enthusiasm because it sounds even worse. And it takes a lot of effort. I hate this voice. Me too. But it's the only way. Oh, I can talk in a certain way at this point. A tank of helium. There's always helium. Are you ill? No, I'm good. I know it sounds weird, but I'm good. 28 more damage, you say? I don't want that. I want my earthquakes. Okay, dead. Like, I literally... Wait, you know what? I can actually take the 28 more damage, and then I can still have my earthquakes. Ryan. Actually, we need that aspect of Blood Rage. That's so good to have. That's actually crazy. Okay, we got 3 more minutes, Chad. 3 more minutes. Then we should receive the blog post. 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, 3 more. It's so close. Okay, let's do... I forgot to talk to her. Ooh, I made a mistake. Luckily, I teleported out because you gotta kill Bartek, right? And then you gotta talk to her. If you forget to talk to her, it's not done. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that one is knocked out. Now I can do my strongholds. And this is why I'm hoping that the new Renown will be good. Okay, Chad? So they're reworking the Renown system, okay? And right now the Renown system was a one and done and never touch it again. And I think that's a waste, right? They should have us still do Renown, however, not for bonuses, right? Not for skill points, Paragon points, or whatever. They should have us do Renown for loot. If you want to, right? If you want to do strongholds, if you want to do waypoints, side dungeons, whatever, give me more loot. I would absolutely welcome that. Because it would be like a passive loot spree on the side. I like the idea of leveling items to sell. I would like to have items that level. Yeah, that would be cool in the end game. Not for selling, just for growth. Okay, we still don't have the Shouts to Dust Devil aspect. Shout. Right? We need aspect of Fierce Winds so we can fart. Faku, yes, at 7 p.m. we get the blog post, at 8 p.m. we get the campfire chat, aka the Discord talk, because there is no campfire chat, right? So today's only blog post plus, like the little Discord talk that is completely just bonus information. Get destroyed. Oh, pretty hard. If you're causing damage to your voice, Katie, if I would cause damage to my voice, I would welcome it. At least some. At least some, you know? Not much, just a little bit. I would be appreciated. But you know, you want the old voice back? Give me 1 day. It should be back tomorrow. It's usually a very quick recovery. Oh, school for Ella. Vacation. Vacation. First vacation, and the tiny hoffs are getting too much used to not waking up in the morning. Well, my child does love school. She told me when we went to bed that it's sad she has to sleep because she would like to go more to school. I know it sounds like one of these bad TikTok posts where mom says something like, my child said, bless Jesus Christ, yeah. And yeah, I'm so proud of him. He's a Christian and he's only 2 years old. He's so smart. Anyway, nah. You know, she actually likes school. It's fine. Those beautiful fake Twitter posts. Bronchitis? No, it's not bronchitis, sir. It's nothing. It's just voice being weird. Good. We should have the blog post already, chat. Where is it? Has anyone seen the blog post? It's not there. Why is it not there? It's supposed to be there. Nothing in the Discord as well. Where is it? Is it true that you're German? I'm German. Reworks. I will still answer you in English, though. So everyone can participate in said conversation. When I play any version of the Sorg, I follow it with most accuracy, but I still run out of mana. Carter, did you try out the Fireball Sorg? It has a unique way of creating mana over the Frost Nova. It's pretty cool. If you obviously missed that part of the explanation, then you're not creating mana. And you will die. So I'm not sure. Blog post is out. And I got the Dust Devil aspect. No. Okay, let's quickly... teleport out. The time has come. Okay, to October 28. No, October 21? Oh my lord. Chad. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck yeah. Eat my booty shorts. Oh shit. That's sooner than expected. Okay. So, we are changing the item journey. Tempering has changed in a few significant ways. Tempering is no longer randomly applied. Masterworking has more distinct linear path. Tempering and Masterworking have been refocused around their most core elements, customization and prestige. Tempering. You can now select which specific affix you want to apply to your item. No longer will you have to roll random. Items can now only have one tempered affix. And tempering charges can be restored indefinitely. Okay, only one? That's interesting. I like that. Okay, so instead of getting... let's go over to a build. The Sorg. So instead of getting 2, we're only getting 1, right? That's fine. I think that's fine. What do you think, Chad? Like, we could get pyromancy or projectiles. We could get attack speed or projectiles. It's technically going to make us weaker. Okay, Masterworking no longer increases your item's affix values. Instead, it improves the quality of an item, which gives a bonus to base damage, armor, or resistance of an item. Items can be masterworked to a maximum quality of 20. Each time you masterwork the item, it adds a random amount of quality to the item, from 2 to 5. Once at maximum quality, you can roll it one last time for a capstone bonus. This capstone bonus upgrades a random, non-greater affix on your item into a greater affix. You can choose to reroll the masterworked greater affix without resetting your masterworking quality. Rerolling the current masterworked affix will cost Opticite and Neath Iron. Additionally, we're increasing the amount of base affixes found on non-unique items from 3 to 4. Pardon me? So, every item has 4 affixes. Intelligence, attack speed, vulnerable damage, whatever. Huh. Good. Reach Untold Heights with Sanctification. Your deeds in protecting the downtrodden have not gone unnoticed. A fraction of power from the high heavens has become available. What do we have here? Sanctify. Sanctification grants your item 1 random enhancement. Items can only be sanctified once and cannot be modified after. Okay. Sanctification is your opportunity to take the ascendant power of the angels and imbue that into your item. Sanctifying your item has the chance to apply a bonus legendary power, improve an affix to a greater affix, add a bonus affix from a pool of special sanctification affixes, replace an existing affix with a random. That's terrible. That's fucking terrible. Losing an affix. Make your item indestructible. These 2 are shit. These 3 are great. These 2 are shit. That's terrible. That's literally fucking terrible, right? Sanctifying your item makes it unmodifiable, ending that item's journey. This is like, these 2 are just bullshit. Like, you just ruin an item, right? I'm not sure what I think about sanctifying now. There are a couple of different ways to attain this celestial improvement. In pre-Torment, after defeating a lesser evil within one of the game modes they've taken over, such as Helltide, you have a rare chance to sanctify an item at the Heavenly Anvil. If you choose not to use this at the time of invitation, you'll not have the option. You can also obtain Heavenly Sigils, which can be used at will to transport you to the Heavenly Forge. Monster combat. Okay. The many bloodlusted creatures that burrow blah blah blah. Okay. Improved monster behavior. Monsters will better react and adapt to combat. What does that mean? Monsters should now have its own clear role identity when fighting. Monster behavior was previously too predictable. That seems so useless and unnecessary. Right? Okay, deadlier enemies lurk. Expect your defenses to be regularly tested by your enemies. You will more regularly be dealt damage from those intelligent packs. Monster affixes will also be more powerful. Monster packs will also group up less, making them harder to take out in a fell swoop. Champion enemy rarity has been reworked to form champion packs. Elite enemy updates. There are 20 new monster affixes to learn and conquer. Elites now spawn with minions that inherit some of their affixes. We've updated the enemy affixes to be more engaging. I'm not sure how good that will be, but we'll see. Okay, defense overhaul, introducing toughness. In an effort to better equalize health, we're making several changes with damage reduction. Our goal is to properly test you defensively as you climb through difficulty tiers. Armor and resistance will both become rating systems with diminishing returns at higher values. Armor now reduces all damage taken, physical and non-physical, and a new type of damage resistance, physical damage. The armor and resistance penalties per torment tiers have been removed. Skills and Paragon nodes are being reworked with these changes in mind. What does this mean? This seems so random, and I don't. Okay, we'll see. To help you understand your defense better, we're adding a new stat called Toughness that represents the total amount of raw damage of each type you can take after considering all damage mitigation sources. That's like attack power, and it's shit. Okay. Toughness is displayed under your character. The toughness value will summarize your average defense against each damage type. Hovering over this value gives you a detailed view. This just sounds like changes for the sake of changes. I'm sorry. So the first changes I liked, but this one just sounds like we changed something to change it. I'm sorry, like personally, right? Healing upgrades. Potions are changing to make use more impactful and tactical. These changes go in tandem with Renown changes. Base potion capacity has been reduced to 4. Potion healing is instant. Using a potion heals 35% of your total health. In addition, the potions you pick up slowly regenerate a potion every 30 seconds. Life on hit has been improved and re-added. Everyone hates life on hit. We've also increased values for life regeneration, life on kill healing, and made them more readily available. This all sounds like we're making the game harder by adding weird shit. Maybe it plays good, but it reads bad. Okay? Fortify redesign. To work in tandem with these changes, Fortify is now shifting from type of damage reduction to an additional reservoir of life. When you gain Fortify, it will stack up to your maximum life. When you have Fortify under maximum life, you heal for a percentage of your maximum life per second in exchange for an equal amount of Fortify. You will be considered fortified as long as you have any amount of Fortify. Honestly, that's fine. This is fine. The Fortify redesign is good. Okay, beat back the lesser evils. The lesser evils have been patient with their plans, waiting for the right time to find Sanctuary unaware. Sanctuary invaded. Hellish game modes have been invaded by the baleful lesser evils in the seasonal realm. Each of the lesser evil dominates a different game mode. Duriel in Helltide, Belial in the Pit, and Dariel in the Undercity. Asmodin stalks across Sanctuary, appearing as a formidable new world boss in multiple locations. In addition to appearing as one of the world bosses that can appear in an area south of the Zarbinzet, Asmodon can be summoned. You'll find 3 summoning altars to call Asmodon forth. Each summoning altar will invoke Asmodin with powers from one of the other 3 lesser evils. Okay. Duriel burrows into Helltide. Instead of the Blood Maiden, Duriel can be summoned within the Helltide. Upon reaching maximum threat level, Pangs of Duriel will spawn instead of the Hellborn. These Pangs of Duriel will be ever present in the Helltide. Symptoms of Duriel takeover. Slaying them will earn you baneful hearts to summon Duriel. Monster packs in the Helltide will feature monster family maggots. Okay. The Hellworm spews maggots, and the meteors that plague Helltide will also be maggots. That's cool. I like it. Okay. Belial slips into the pit. Okay, so random Belial shit. Oh, destroying several eyes during your run will replace the final boss with Belial. Killing him grants an additional Griff upgrade and rewards. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually really fun. I like that. Okay, and Dariel burns into the Cursed Undercity. Has corrupted the Undercity. We're adding 3 new Undercity tributes specific to Endariel. Shades of Endariel can be found lurking. Endariel can also appear as the final boss. Okay. Additional enemies within can be imbued with Wailing Spirits, which launch attacks. Okay. Killing enemies with their respective lesser evil, purified, or corrupted grift grants divine favor, which levels your divine gifts. Okay, divine gifts, chat. So, Essence of Pain, divine gift. Rewards, Pangs of Duriel can drop socketables in Helltides, doubled while purified. Briefly gain maximum barrier after becoming injured every 20 seconds. Corrupted, Pangs of Duriel ambush you more often and have 100% chance to shatter. Okay, so we have 4 corrupted powers and 4 purified powers. So you can choose which one you want corrupted and which one you want purified. That's actually cute. I like it. Okay, we got Hadriel returning, Chan. Razo, greetings to Pain. Spain, sorry, not Pain. We have Hadriel back. Okay, each divine gift has 3 components: a reward, a corruption, and a purified gift. Within the divine gifts panel, within your inventory, divine gifts can be slotted for purified or exterior for corrupted. Purified gifts remove the negative effect, add a positive effect, and double the reward gained. Each corrupted gift slots are unlocked automatically. Progress through the seasonal reputation board to unlock the purified gift slots from the divine gifts. The purified gift slots are unlocked by killing Duriel, Endariel, Asmodon, and Belial. Okay, what's a rank 7 Belial? Rank 8. We got rank 2, 4, 6, 8. What's rank? Killing a lesser evil for the first time drops their corrupted essence. Returning this essence to Hadriel will unlock 2 divine gifts. Once unlocked, you earn experience towards leveling up each of the related divine gifts by killing the lesser evil or any of their minions. Essence of Pain. Rewards was Pangs of Duriel, so this was the Essence of Pain here. Yeah? Okay, Essence of Squalor. Maggots in the Helltide can drop Experience Globe, double while purified. Refill a healing potion every 20 seconds, and corrupted gift maggots spawn from falling meteors. Earn for battling Duriel in Helltide. Okay. Essence of Lies. Chance for an extra upgrade in the pit, doubled while purified. Oh, cool. Purified gift is Fortify, permanently, a second. Belial's eyes are filled with malice and will focus on you with beams. Essence of Shadows. Vanquish the pit to earn immense amounts of gold. Briefly become unstoppable when crowd controlled every 12 seconds. Hallelujah, chat. Necromancer. Okay, Essence of Sin. Survive world boss encounters to earn activity keys. Gain 20% increased armor, or you're vulnerable while fighting world bosses. What I don't understand is, why would I put in a corrupted gift? Or do I have to put in a corrupted first, to then put in a divine gift? You know, why would I even put something in there? Or do I still get the rewards even? No, I still get the rewards even if corrupted. Okay, that makes sense. We get the rewards regardless. That makes sense. Okay, Shadows, Sin, Hellfire. Survive world bosses, lair boss keys. Your direct damage has a chance to stun. Meteors rate down while fighting world bosses. Anguish. We get more obolds. Okay. And we have more movement speed. Interesting. Screams is higher quality of salvage materials. Gain 20% increased resistance. Agonizing souls are enraged and will now form explosions that pull you inwards. I mean, it seems like if I just don't use a single one of these powers, I'm just good. And, I mean, currently, as interesting as these sound, if I would completely play without them, nothing would change, right? So the divine gifts, they really don't sound interesting. Compared to the chaotic perks, they're lame. Compared to Horadric powers, lame. And compared to witch powers, lame. However, maybe they play good, right? Ascend the tower and leaderboards. Okay. A new challenge arrives to test the mettle of most battle-hardened warriors. Okay. The tower is a multi-stage, timed dungeon that is meant to only be bested by the most elite wanderers. While the pit descends you to the greatest depths to galvanize your strengths, the tower rises in challenge to match you against others who think themselves worthy. Our plan is to update the tower and leaderboards for multiple seasons to come. The tower was distinctly built with the new monster combat changes in mind. Unlock the tower through the obelisk in Karagar. From there, you can run the tower on any difficult level already unlocked for the pit. You have 10 minutes from exiting the starting circle to complete the entire dungeon. Here's how to master the tower. Fight through multiple floors, each with randomized tile sets and monster families. Each progress by killing monsters and collecting orbs. The more experience monsters provide up in death, the more score they provide. During your run, pylons will appear after destroying towers found throughout the level. You're guaranteed to see 4 pylons across your tower run. Use these tactically to empower you for a short duration. The first 3 pylons will appear in a random order, but the 4th pylon will be a random repeat on the other prior shrines. You can also collect orbs to earn progress in the tower. These drop from killing elites, champions, or goblins. When enough progress has been made, a random tower boss will spawn. Defeat them before the timer ends to complete a run and mark your spot in the leaderboards. The run is meant to be 10 minutes. The more efficient we are, the less time we take. So these are run times from 126. It sounds like a terrible gauntlet again. I'm really not sure what to think. Right? It It does sound like a worse gauntlet or like a better gauntlet or something gauntlet-y. With the arrival of the tower, the leaderboards have made their triumph return. This is where the elite will compete. The leaderboard in the PDR will be active. Uh-huh. We have plans for the leaderboard following Season 11 launch. While this PDR will be more focused on introducing the overall functionality, expect more details around the timeline and testing schedule for both the tower and leaderboards closer to the Season 11 launch. If you opt out of crossplay, you have limited access to the leaderboards. And there's hardcore and normal leaderboards. We got solo, 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 party, party, party. Season rank. The season journey is now shifting into more challenging versions stocked with even greater rewards. Seasonal rank. Each rank now requires you to complete a capstone dungeon before progressing to the next rank. Similar to previous capstone dungeons, these can be attempted before the recommended level of difficulty. Renown is changing in a big way on the seasonal realm as it's been removed in exchange for the seasonal rank system. Completing optional objectives with the season rank to earn skill points, smoldering ashes, and cosmetics. Skill points? Fuck you. If you force me to farm skill points every season. Your renown will now stand permanently in the eternal realm. Within the seasonal realm, you can still earn additional benefits associated with the former renown system based on your progress in the new season rank system. Season rank rewards additional skill points at rank 1, 2, and 3. Season rank awards additional paragon points at 3, 4, 5, and 6. Extra potion capacity has been removed and replaced with a different bonus. Altars of Lilith and Tenets of Accurates will still grant some experience and minor rewards rather than permanent stats and power. On the one hand, I like capstone dungeons. Okay? I like the capstone dungeons. I think this is good. I don't understand the skill points to this. Right? I really don't. So I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you do more activities. So what's happening is you start the game, you start the seasonal journey as always, you do your first season quest, you look out for the capstone dungeon, you level in Helltides, you do the next seasonal quest, then you do a capstone dungeon, you get a skill point, you go back doing Helltides and the seasonal whispers, you do the next capstone dungeon, you do some strongholds, you do some activities you have to do, seasonal quest, next capstone dungeon. So yeah, I think this is the idea behind it, right? To make the level journey more interesting. The problem is that the level journey is 3 hours. How much do you want to cram into 3 hours, right? How many activities do you want to put in there? Does that make sense? So you don't have to do altars, Chan. So altars of Lilith and tenets of Accurate, they're more meant in a way. If you run past them, it doesn't hurt. Did you understand? So this is more meant as an altar of Lilith. Boom, bonus XP. And a legendary item. You know? So the idea is that your seasonal rank is like the seasonal journey. Okay? You remember the season. So like this, it's gonna be this, chat. It's gonna be this. Okay? Only that we're getting skill points. Okay? So imagine this with a bit more whatever, right? So yeah, that's that. Also, took the nook, the capstone dungeons are not meant for torment, right? The capstone dungeons are literally just meant for the season journey. So I'm generally not mad at the capstone dungeons. I don't like this decision. However, maybe it plays good. I mean, in 4 days we can test these changes, you know? That's what we have it for. Okay, capstone dungeons return. The capstone dungeons have returned. Aim to challenge. There are 5 capstone dungeons at 30, at 50, at 60, Torment 1, at 60, Torment 2, and at 60, Torment 3. If season rank at 1, 2, 3 give me skill points, I hope that this is enough to give me the skill points. Because if I get my 3 skill points by here, you can screw me sideways. Right? It's not about improving the game or the fun of the player base, it's making the players play longer. I don't think this is making the players play longer, JD. I mean, so far, this system doesn't change anything in our leveling. Only that it gives us another activity to do on top of what we're doing anyways, right? So we gotta do a normal capstone and an expert capstone. You have 2 milestones you're working forward to while you're leveling. I don't think this is meant to make things longer. I think it's just meant as bonus rewards. However, it sounds like it's making it longer. That's my assumption. And how I understand it, right? Okay, capstones. New unique items. Okay, let's see what we get. Barbarian is getting pans. These pans, casting a damaging but brawling skill, disables it afterwards. When all of the skills that are on your action bar are disabled, they become re-enabled with their cooldowns refreshed. Your skills deal 100% increased damage for each disabled skill. So you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. A Drit. Inherent attacks reduce evade cooldown. Nature magic damage reduction. Okay, bad omen. Damaging enemies with storm skills grants a charge. Casting a defensive skill will grant movement speed and unhindered for 1 second for each charge used. While charged, enemies you run into are immobilized. Okay, so they want a storm build, Chan. Dr. Nook, no, I don't think you have to do this capstone for the higher difficulty. You can still start in expert. You can still start in hard. You don't have to be normal until you beat this, as far as I understand. Rogue is getting the Pavane. Dance of Knives drops knives from enemy hit. Picking them up grants you 1 charge, increases your Dance of Knives damage by 20% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Why not? Why not? I like it. I like it. Necromancer, Grave Bloom, unique one-handed mace. Chance for your golem to hit twice. You raise 3 smaller golems that each deal 60% of normal damage. Finally, the time has come. Wah, ha, 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 ha. Especially if you're using this aspect. So we got the Fell Gluttony here. Your golem active also causes your golem to erupt. So if I have multiple golems, right, it should be all 3 golems exploding. And it should be 3 blood golems. Okay, Sorg, Orzavain. 5 to core skills. For each defensive skill not on your action bar, you deal 40% increased damage and gain its associated enchantment effect. Each defensive skill not on your action bar. Okay. I like that you get the enchantment effects. That's kind of cool. I mean, you get a lot of damage and you get the enchantment effects, right? Intriguing. Spiritborn, Pass of the Emissary. Movement speed, core skill damage, core skill ranks. Every 12 to 4 meters you move, invoke a core skill from your primary spirit hall. Oh no. Hey, let's make Evade Spiritborn. Evade Spiritborn has been the ongoing theme for how many seasons? Chan? For how many seasons has it been? And they're like, hey, let's make some more Evade Spiritborn. I have no words. Okay. Patch notes too. Let's see, what do we get? Spiritborn, we get the new boots. Our rushing claw damage is increased. Wow. Poised payback consumes more vigor for more damage. Jaguar skills are getting more attack speed and cooldown reduction. Midday Hunt is changed. Your maximum vigor is increased by 50% and killing an enemy grants you 1 to 7 vigor. What the fuck? Okay, Writhing Moon. Pestilent Swarm spawns, dealing poison damage per hit. It's fine. Cheesemongers was useless. While you have at least 4 stacks of ferocity, you gain increased damage and armor. Not bad. Kind of makes it useful. Rod of Kapalaki can consume up to 500 vigor. Oh, wow. Can now only consume up to 500 vigor. Ah, I see. So there's a limit. How many have Aberwalker? No more damage reduction. Jason Shell has no more armor percentage. All main spirit potency affixes can change to main spirit hall damage. That's important. Jaguar is being changed again. Again. It used to do 20% of the damage, okay? Every 15th damage you deal with a Jaguar skill, 400% weapon damage, increasing all damage you deal by 3% and doubling beast strikes damage stacking up to 5 times. That makes it so weird. Eagle is now stronger than ever. Fairy, thank you for the 87 months. Fairy, I appreciate it. Pillow Juggler also, thank you for the sub. Gorilla scaled Thorns damage. Barrier per hit reduced to no longer has a cap. Update the tooltip that Gorilla skills do not need to be cast to gain the effect. Okay, Centipede also does more damage. Centipede might finally be useful. Yeah, the Jack is a big nerf in functionality, but it's still going to give you good damage. Vigor restoration on sapping is changed to 15 instead of 15%. What are they doing? Okay. This is all unnecessary. Barb. New items. Okay. Melted Heart of Selig. They are reworking the Melted Heart. It used to say through 60 maximum resource and then drained. Each point in your primary stat increases your primary resource by 3%, but you have 75% reduced life. Any damage you would take is dealt to your resource before your life. If you have not taken damage in 6 seconds, your resource regeneration full over 3 seconds. And a primary stat percentage. It's mana shield, kinda. Yeah. It's mana shield, pretty much. Interesting. Shadowed Vow. Okay, Tacit of the Dawning Sky. There's more resistance. Tyrell's Might is still useless. And Dariel's useless. Soulbrand. Minimal doesn't matter. Temerity might finally see play. Maximum life changed to critical strike chance. Interesting. And attack speed. Oh. That's cool for T-Bald's Will. Inherent evade grants movement speed affix removed. Damage reduction removed. Lightning resistance replaced with all resistance. Banished Lords is replaced with a life affix instead of maximum life percentage. I feel like they want to have us have less max life. Nike and Zatine, thank you for the 87 and 89 months. Zatine, appreciated. Oh, my throat is just sore for no reason. Needle aspect, assimilation. They're just nerfing maximum life in many ways. And fortify too. They're doing so many weird things. Kick is getting more damage on the barb. Leap scales with attack speed. Einskin is 30% and gain a barrier. Okay. Groundstorm generates fury and pulls in enemies. That's great. That's actually really great for Groundstorm. Right? Call of Ancients, duration increased. Okay, I like that. Fortify reduced in general because it would be too much health. That's like really a problem, right, Chan? Some conditionals taken out here, so more damage reduction. Vehement Brawler. Each time a brawling skill deals direct damage to an enemy, charge, leap, or kick deals increased damage up to 50%. Huh. Dire Whirlwind is being changed. Whirlwind's critical strike chance and damage are increased. This bonus persists for 5 seconds after Whirlwind ends. That's actually useful. We're changing so many tiny things. It's intriguing. Dominate glyph from 12 to 6 seconds. That's intriguing. Okay, Druid, less fortifying. Yeah, we're getting a lot of rebalance. Grizzly Rage. Stacking duration is no longer part of the ability. Stacking damage per second removed and damage bonus increased. Skill ranks of Grizzly Rage now grant bonus damage instead of reducing cooldown. This does sound like that Grizzly Rage is stronger. Technically. Right? And the reason why Fortify is going down is because Fortify heals you now. And if you get too much Fortify, you will get too much heal. So that's the reason why Fortify is going down. Passives. Bad Omen now also calls lightning strikes when applying Immobilize and Stun. Ranks in this passive can now increase the damage of the lightning bolts instead of the chance to strike enemies. Huh. Energize restores only 100 spirit instead of full. Huh. That's stupid. I'm not happy about that. They're kind of messing with our restoration. And I don't understand why they're really so against it. It's almost like they don't want us to just have maximum resource all the time. Okay, guys. Necromancer, Book of the Dead. Okay? Golem, respawn timer reduced. If Golem's active ability targets an enemy, your skeletal warriors and mages will focus their target. Oh my goodness, you're so stupid. Instead of giving us an actual command minion button. That's their solution. Ryan, that's their solution. Oh, goodness Christ. Corpse explosion, finally. Damage increase is not going to be enough. Bone Spirit will only consume up to 500 essence. Callan's Edict used to say more attack speed and damage. Okay. Your minions gain attack speed and damage. When one of your minions dies, your other minions enrage. Okay, this gives you a wholesale more damage because even with 11 minions or 12 minions, it was 36% and 36% increased damage. So that's a nice buff. Blood Surge. Each time an enemy hit by Blood Surge, you're fortified. This is more damage. Okay. Hungry Blood. Each cast of Bloodlands will launch an additional Bloodlands at a nearby enemy. When it first hits an enemy, dealing more damage.
Hello.
Okay. Mutilator Blade has less fortify. No more fortify from blood waves. They're just removing a lot of damage reduction and a lot of these things, but we're getting a new toughness aspect, guys. Okay? I like the problem is I feel like they're doing too much right now. So I'm not entirely sure what their philosophy here is. But they're just doing too much. That's the best way how I can say it. Okay, Rogue Inner Sight was changed. Attack enemies to fill your inner sight gauge. Marked enemies will fill it faster. When full, restore 300 energy and gain 100% energy cost reduction. And critical strike damage. That's cool. Right, so the only thing that I find interesting right now about all these changes is that I get 3 tiny golems. Okay? That's literally the only thing I find interesting. You get 3 tiny golems. That's cool. Beastfall boots. I'm not sure what their obsession is with the 500 energy. They seem to be scared of us getting... Items have 4 aspects now. So maybe we could get too much maximum resource. 4 affixes right now. So there's a fear that we get too much resource. That's the only thing what I could imagine. Okay, Sorceress teleport more damage. Okay. Frozen Orb is chill amount reduced. But we get more damage. Slightly more, not much. Primordial Binding is changed to summon damage, no more mana regeneration or movement speed. Tenuous Destruction is just shitty. Okay, this is being changed from damage reduction to armor because more armor is more damage reduction. So weird. The Oculus is now casting teleport grants a stack of galvanization, increasing its damage by 50%. Becoming injured teleports to a random location. Huh. So with the Oculus, we can now teleport on evade. Okay? I know, we can't anymore. Fractured Winterglass is being changed. Deal more damage per active summon. Have a chance to create a random conjuration when cast. That could be interesting. That could, I mean, you can have 10 summons active, right? So you get another 80% more damage. Huh. That sounds good. Anyone has a link? I can put the link down. Here you go. Raiment of the Infinite. Oh, that's cool. After casting teleport, close enemies are pulled inwards and it has a 30% chance to reset from each enemy it kills. Oh, intriguing. We're changing some of the enchantments. Okay. Dungeon and overworld content have had their elite density adjusted to compensate for the new rarities of champions and rare. Economy updates. With the changes to Renown, the pace of the early leveling journey will be But why? But why? With a longer time to level, players were spending long periods of time where only one rarity of item was dropping. To combat this, we adjusted the level over level shift in item frequency to be more gradual for normal, legendary, and rare items. Normal items will continue dropping for longer while leveling. Magic items will more frequently have a bonus affix. Rare items will be rarer before level 30. Fuck you. Legendary items will be rarer before level 40 and rapidly increase in frequency after. But why? Why are we making leveling longer again? It all reads terrible. That's the problem. However, it might play good. I mean, benefit of the doubt, guys. That's why we have the PDR, right? Good. I just wrote that in the creator Discord, by the way, Chad. I was like, so far the PDR reads 3 out of 10 good stuff, maybe, and 7 out of 10 what the fuck is happening. Right? That's how it reads currently. Okay, where were we? Item rarity. Okay, monster loot. Killing the last champion in a pack or elite will always drop equipment and gold in addition to their standard reward chances. In addition to dropping gem fragments, monsters have a chance of dropping level appropriate gem. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, Altars of Lilith. Altars of Lilith no longer grant permanent character rewards, okay? Instead, discovering a statue for the first time will amount a small amount of gem fragments, obols, and gold. That's fine, I guess, but I don't care. Alchemist. Use added new recipes for converting materials. You can convert rawhide and iron chunks into veiled crystals. And veiled crystals into forgotten souls. That's good. That's good. Material costs for imprinting have been adjusted. It used to be common salvage, veiled crystals, and legendary salvage. And now it is veiled crystals and... But why? Unless we're getting massively more gold. I hate you, Blizzard. You know? Unless we're getting massively more gold. Again, I hope it reads worse than it plays. And we're getting a lot of gold. Okay, cost for enchanting has been adjusted. 10 Forgotten Souls and scaling with rerolls gold, obviously. Wait, the material costs are also scaling? Or just the gold is scaling? Okay, blacksmiths. Yields for items salvaged have been adjusted. Salvaging a rare item used to provide common salvage and veiled crystals. Salvaging a rare item provides common salvage and veiled crystals, okay. Salvaging an ancestral item gives legendary salvage and a forgotten souls. Okay, it didn't give forgotten souls, chat, so that's good. We're actually getting forgotten souls now from legendary items. Right? And salvaging a mythic unique provides 10,000 legendary salvage and 100 forgotten souls and a resplendent spark. Tempering has been redesigned. Yeah, we know that. So the number of temper rolls available in an item has changed. It's now 1 temper. Legendary has 3 temper plus 1 per greater affix. Scrolls of restoration have been redesigned. Scrolls of Restoration no longer restore all temper charges to an item. Instead, they restore 1 temper charge. There's no limit to the number of times a Scroll of Restoration can be used. You're so stupid, Blizzard. I mean, despite me being able to choose my affix, I don't see the reason to lower the charges. So don't get me wrong, chat, right? We can now choose the temper affix. We can now get whatever we want. However, if I change the temper then to something else, and then again, right, because I just want to, I still get 1 temper charge change, and I need to farm more scrolls to more charges. Don't forget, okay, you might have not seen this earlier, but you can select what you want. Joshua, we know this is PDR. We know they will adjust, maybe. However, this is still the initial reaction everyone will have. And it's important to have this reaction, okay? They got a lot to adjust. We will provide feedback. However, it is legit to call them out for this not being good, for this being shitty stuff. This is important. Because if your first reaction is everything I read is shit, I'm sad. I still don't understand the Masterworking correctly. It's okay-ish at what it does. So Masterworking now gives us quality, guys. Okay? Masterworking has been redesigned. Each time the player masterworks an item, we get quality. Once at the cap, the item is considered masterworked, and then we can push it over to get a final refinement. A masterworked item can be refined one more time to upgrade an affix to a GA, and you can re-roll that GA, okay? The quantity of Opticide has been adjusted. Players will earn 85% less Opticide, and recipes requiring Opticide have been similarly reduced. Items no longer need to be tempered to be masterworked. Huh? But why? Why would that, why, it doesn't matter, okay, yeah, sure, it's fine. The gold cost of items have been reduced and the sell value of items has been reduced. But why? But why? Unless we're getting massively more gold, but why? So far, everything done seems like slowing us down and making the game harder. Now, I'm not against making the game harder, but by making it slower, you're not making it harder, right? You gotta make the game more challenging, but by giving us less of everything and making everything hit harder and making our defenses be worse and making us gain less gold and make things slower, it's not harder, it's just slower. This is all nightmare dungeons. The chance to get another sigil when completing a dungeon has been reduced. When a sigil does not drop, sigil powder will drop. But why? When I finish a nightmare dungeon, I want another nightmare dungeon sigil so I can do another nightmare dungeon and then another nightmare dungeon and then another. But why? I mean, getting sigil powder is fine if the sigil powder is enough to straight away craft another dungeon. The problem is, if this happens, I will have to finish the dungeon, teleport back to town, to then, make another, to then go forward. Improve loot quality and loot quality scaling in the strong rooms. Added more gold. Okay, that's nice. And more nightmare escalation sigils. But we're getting less strong rooms. Okay. Then bug fixes, gameplay. Huh. Okay. After reading all of this, the masterworking and tempering changes are fine. I like them. Okay? You choose the temper you want, and masterworking gives you another greater affix. That's fine. What happens if an item has 4 greater affixes? Then you're fucked. Okay, Chad? Then you're fucked. You're royally screwed. Okay? Get screwed. Sanctification is bullshit. Because sanctification says, apply a bonus legendary power, which is insane. Approve an affix into a greater affix is great. Adds a bonus affix from a pool of sanctified affixes is great. Replacing an existing affix can ruin an item. It can ruin an item. Imagine you have 5 ranks to core skills and that gets removed. Because you sanctified. You have the greater affix to core skills and it gets removed. Great. That's that. Wow. And make your item indestructible. Why? Why would I make an item indestructible? So that's sanctifying. Like, these need to change. Big feedback on that. The monster combat evolved. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. So they're trying to make boss packs more interesting, more tough to deal with. Boss packs are supposed to hit you hard, right? And we get new elite monster affixes. So this is supposed to make the game more interesting, I guess. If it will, we don't know. Then the system to defense and health. I don't know what to think about toughness yet, right? Armor is now king. So we're stacking armor like crazy. And we're stacking resistances. And we get a toughness value that tells us how tough we are. Just like attack power. Because people were too stupid to understand 1,000 armor and 75 resistances. Correct? I guess. Healing updates. We'll see how the potion plays. Fortify redesign is great. I like it. The lesser evil invasion is interesting. So we're having Asmodan, We're having Duriel and Daria plus Belial everywhere. We can even get Belial as the pit end boss. The powers are absolutely shambles. I mean, seriously, this is like, I don't know why this is in the game. Sorry. We have powers that give us a healing potion every 20 seconds and more experience. We have a power that gives us a barrier when we get injured and more quality rune and item drops. Cool. So we get farm powers that make us farm more right now. That's boring. The greatest thing though is this, chat. So this is the best thing. This is why I'm going to play Season 11. This is why I'm going to play Season 11. I get 3 smaller golems. And that's the only reason I will play. Okay? And I wish I was kidding, but no. This is what has me excited. From all these patch notes, from everything, this has me pumped. No, this is not sarcasm, Jans. I only play Diablo because I like making builds. Builds get me excited. Builds get me pumped. And I get the chance to make a golem build. I get the chance to actually play around with sorceress, defensive skills, and Frozen Orb again. However, I will give heavy feedback on this season. I'm sorry, it reads, so we have 3 out of 10 good changes, we get a leaderboard, we get the tower, and we have 7 out of 10 shit changes. Maybe it plays good, but making the game harder is not it. Making the game slower is not it. Who knows? We will see. We will try. Now what we're going to do now is chat. I'm going to go now offline. I'm going to wrap this all together in a video, okay? And then you can tell me in the comments what you think. And I'm going to put all these comments in a picture together and throw them at my Blizzard representative, okay? That's the plan. Good. Chat, thank you for being here today. I have the post linked in the YouTube video, okay? I will record this video. I will be harsh. I will be fair, okay? I will be fair, but harsh. I'll go objectively over everything. So if you missed something, watch the video. I hope to see you all tomorrow again to the stream. Hopefully with more voice back. See you there.